as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd and very short, Love. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marlon Davidson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down. And that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
On 3rd down, Love. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And they can't bring him down. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaquille Barrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd and 10, Love. And he'll find Moreau here. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On play action. Love to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Love's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 7-7, our score after one. Again, it's Love. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Love. This complete to Lockett. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tyler Lockett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Two yards, good enough for a first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This to Hines on the drop-off. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be a second down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Second and 5. Finds Hines again for the completion. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 7. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 3. And he he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Love back to it here after the pick 6. Going up top. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Hines, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now left side on this swing pass.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
First down, going to the air with Love. It's caught, blocking. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down, back to Fournette. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had to tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. It got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw again. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Following the interception, Love. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. On play action, Love to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Hines. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Here's Love. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
Love looking to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot now for Love. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Atlanta, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jackson.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me.